74 BC, a group of officials, led by the Western Han minister Huo Guang, present articles of impeachment against the new emperor, Liu He, to the imperial regent, Empress Dowager Shangguan. The articles, enumerating the 1,127 offenses, sexual debauchery, fiscal negligence, cronyism, etc., that the ministers found the new emperor to have committed over the course of his 27-day rule, result in the unprecedented impeachment and summary deposition on the same day of the emperor by the bureaucracy. 29 BC, Octavian holds the second of 3 consecutive triumphs in Rome to celebrate the victory over the Dalmatian tribes. 1040, King Duncan I is killed in battle against his first cousin and rival Macbeth. The latter succeeds him as King of Scotland. 1183, Taira no Munamori and the Taira clan take the young Emperor Antoku and the 3 sacred treasures and flee to western Japan to escape pursuit by the Minamoto clan. 1264, after tricking the Venetian galley fleet into sailing east to the Levant, the Genoese capture an entire Venetian trade convoy at the Battle of Sassano. 1352, War of the Breton Succession. Anglo-Bretons defeat the French in the Battle of Morin. 1370, Charles IV, Holy Roman Emperor, grants city privileges to Carlo Viveri. 1385, Portuguese crisis of 1383-85, Battle of Aljubarrota. Portuguese forces commanded by John I of Portugal defeat the Castilian army of John I of Castile. 1592, the first sighting of the Falkland Islands by John Davis. 1598, 9 Years' War, Battle of the Yellow Ford. Irish forces under Hugh O'Neill, Earl of Tyrone, defeat an English expeditionary force under Henry Bagenal. 1720, the Spanish military Villasur expedition is defeated by Pawnee and Oto warriors near present-day Columbus, Nebraska. 1784, Russian colonization of North America. Al-Uk massacre. The Russian fur trader Grigory Shelikov storms a Kodiak Island Aleut refuge rock on Sitkaladak Island, killing 500-plus Aleut. The consequent subjugation of the Aleutiq on Kodiak Island allows Shelikov to establish the first permanent Russian settlement in Alaska at 3 Saints Bay. 1790, the Treaty of Werlo ended the 1788-1790 Russo-Swedish War. 1791, slaves from plantations in Saint-Domingue hold a voodoo ceremony led by Hamin Duddy Bookman and Walt Heyman, marking the start of the Haitian Revolution. 1814, a ceasefire agreement, called the Convention of Moss, ended the Swedish-Norwegian War. 1816, the United Kingdom formally annesses the Tristan da Cunha archipelago, administering the islands from the Cape Colony in South Africa. 1842, American Indian Wars, Second Seminole War ends, with the Seminoles forced from Florida. 1848, Oregon Territory is organized by Act of Congress. 1880, construction of Cologne Cathedral, the most famous landmark in Cologne, Germany, is completed. 1885, Japan's first patent is issued to the inventor of a rust-proof paint. 1893, France becomes the first country to introduce motor vehicle registration. 1900, Battle of Peking. The Eight-Nation Alliance occupies Beijing, China, in a campaign to end the Bloody Boxer Rebellion in China. 1901, the first claimed powered flight, by Gustav Whitehead in his number 21. 1914, World War I, start of the Battle of Lorraine, an unsuccessful French offensive. 1917, World War I, the Republic of China, which had heretofore been shipping laborers to Europe to assist in the war effort, officially declares war on the Central Powers, although it will continue to send to Europe laborers instead of combatants for the remaining duration of the war. 1920, the 1920 Summer Olympics, having started 4 months earlier, officially open in Antwerp, Belgium, with the newly adopted Olympic flag and the Olympic oath being raised and taken at the opening ceremony for the first time in Olympic history. 1921, Tanu Uryankai, later Tuvan People's Republic, is established as a completely independent country. 1933, loggers cause a forest fire in the Coast Range of Oregon, later known as the first forest fire of the Tillamook burn, destroying 240,000 acres of land. 1935, Franklin D. Roosevelt signs the Social Security Act, creating a government pension system for the retired. 1936, Rainey Bethia is hanged in Owensboro, Kentucky in the last known public execution in the United States. 1941, World War II, Winston Churchill and Franklin D. Roosevelt sign the Atlantic Charter of War stating post-war aims. 1947, Pakistan gains independence from the British Empire. 1959, founding and first official meeting of the American Football League. 1960 strikes at the Gdańsk, Poland shipyards. 1994, Ilich Ramirez Sanchez, also known as Carlos the Jackal, is captured. 1996, Greek Cypriot refugee Solomos Salomo is shot and killed by a Turkish security officer while trying to climb a flagpole in order to remove a Turkish flag from its mast in the United Nations buffer zone in Cyprus. 2003, a wide-scale power blackout affects the northeast United States and Canada. 2005, Helios Airways Flight 522, en route from Larnaca, Cyprus to Prague, Czech Republic via Athens, crashes in the hills near Grammatico, Greece, killing 121 passengers and crew. 2006 Lebanon War. A ceasefire takes effect 3 days after the United Nations Security Council's approval of United Nations Security Council Resolution 1701, formally ending hostilities between Lebanon and Israel. 2006 Sri Lankan Civil War. 61 schoolgirls killed in Chenchalai bombing by Sri Lankan Air Force airstrike. 2007 The Khatnia bombings kills at least 500 people. 2013 Egypt declares a state of emergency as security forces kill hundreds of demonstrators supporting former President Mohamed Morsi. 2013 UPS Airlines Flight 1354 crashes short of the runway at Birmingham Shuttlesworth International Airport, killing both crew members on board. 2015 The U.S. Embassy in Havana, Cuba reopens after 54 years of being closed when Cuba-United States relations were broken off. 2021 A magnitude 7.2 earthquake strikes southwestern Haiti, killing at least 2,248 people and causing a humanitarian crisis. 2022 An explosion destroys a market in Armenia, killing 6 people and injuring dozens.